Welcome to the 10th Annual 643 DP Baseball Awards Ceremony, presented online for the second time in as many years. My name is David Carr, and as a staff, we feel strongly that it is important to take time and recognize the accomplishments of our players, teams, and coaches from 643's 14th year as a baseball academy. The stories of the 2020-2021 season demand to be told, and its cast of characters and performers need to be celebrated. In addition to the many tournament wins by 643 teams in the 2020-2021 season, and the many members of the 643 class of 2021 earning opportunities to play college baseball, there were two other impressive themes from the past year that warrant celebration. The 2021 MLB Draft was a significant and historic event for the 643 organization. 5 643 players were selected in July's MLB Draft, and another was signed as an undrafted free agent. 2021 is the 9th consecutive year that a 643 player has been drafted. With tremendous pride, we congratulate the following 643 alumni. Brian Webb, 643 class of 2017 and left-handed pitcher for the University of Georgia, was selected in the 4th round by the Cleveland Indians. Brant Herter, 643 class of 2017 and left-handed pitcher for Georgia Tech, was selected in the 7th round by the Detroit Tigers. Frazier Ellard, 643 class of 2016 and left-handed pitcher for Liberty University, was selected in the 8th round by the Chicago White Sox. Ben Harris, 643 class of 2018 and left-handed pitcher for the University of Georgia, was selected in the 8th round by the Los Angeles Dodgers. Tyler Tolby, 643 class of 2018 and catcher outfielder for Kennesaw State University, was selected in the 17th round by the Atlanta Braves. And Zach Cable, 643 class of 2016 and right-handed pitcher for Oklahoma State University, was signed as an undrafted free agent by the Chicago White Sox. Also in 2021, 643 witnessed his first and second Major League Baseball debuts by alumni in the organization's history. Ken Emanuel, left-handed pitcher from 643's class of 2010, debuted with the Houston Astros on April 24, 2021. In his first MLB outing, Kent pitched 8.2 innings in relief, logged 8 strikeouts, gave up 0 walks, 2 runs and 5 hits, en route to earning his first MLB win. Kent played collegiately at the University of North Carolina and is 643's first player to reach the major league level. Sean Gunther, left-handed pitcher from 643's class of 2014, debuted with the Miami Marlins on August 4, 2021. In his successful debut, Sean pitched a scoreless inning while striking out 2. Sean played collegiately at the University of Notre Dame.
Hi, I'm Danny Prago. As a prelude to our first awards, we want to acknowledge our graduating players and honor their achievements. This is a particularly exciting time for the graduating class of 2021. As college freshmen, they are embarking on the next challenging phase of their baseball journey, academic pursuits, and personal development. Congratulations to the 61 players in 643's class of 2021.
643 is very proud of its alumni and its current players. So, 643 staff will now present awards that honor individual players, groups of players, teams, the Coach of the Year, and celebrate the many exceptional aspects of the 2020-2021 baseball season. Congratulations to the winners of the 2021 Outstanding Tournament Performance Award, 643's 15U Jaguars, led by head coach Jake Prago, assistant coaches Eric Brasher and Austin Holloway. The 15U Jaguars won the 2021 15U PBR Southeast Select Championship, going 6-1-1 during the 5-day event. The 15U Jaguars only allowed 15 runs total over the 8-game stretch, with only 1 run allowed across the last 29 innings of the tournament. After digging themselves a hole in pool play, Jacob Arnberger and Max Caldwell combined for a 1-hit shutout against the Dunwoody Diablos to extend the Jaguars tournament. From there, the pitching and defense carried the team to 3 huge wins against outstanding opponents. In the quarterfinals, Bryce Tibbetts threw an 85-pitch, 7-inning shutout, allowing no walks while striking out 6 to lead the victory over the 15U 643 DP Cougars by the score of 3-0. In the semifinals, the Jaguars defeated the Titans Ranger Scout team 3-1 in 8 innings behind Eli Hardage and Drew Tobin's strong work on the bump. In the rain-delayed championship against the 15U East Cobb Astros Orange, Anderson Diedrich and Colin Hammond shined on the mound and led the way to a 4-0 victory. Despite not being the biggest, baddest team on paper, the 15U Jaguars team did an incredible job of playing together as one collective unit. Their willingness and ability to sacrifice for one another with their team-oriented style of baseball allowed them to make this magical run against teams that they were not supposed to beat. Congrats again to the 15U Jaguars, the 2021 Outstanding Tournament Performance Award winners. Congratulations to the winners of the 2021 Most Improved Team Award, 643's 15U Tigers, led by head coach Kyle Deering and assistant coach Blake Davis. According to their coach, the biggest thing about this team was their determination and willingness to battle until the end. There were games that did not look like they were going to finish well, but this team came back and won. They competed every game, regardless of who they were playing, and wanted those bigger teams more, which led the 15U Tigers to some big wins this past year. The team played well together and had fun. The energy level in each game was off the charts, and you could tell the kids were loving the game. In addition to the intangibles, this team improved in all aspects of the game. Hitting approaches improved for everyone. Players logged longer at-bats and more quality at-bats. Players became more confident on the bases as they realized their own speed and abilities. Players felt like they could take that extra base on anyone, which led to more runs and wins. Pitchers gradually got more confident as the defense got better, and they realized that just throwing strikes would get outs. Defensively, the arms and motions on the field got much better, and the 15U Tigers defense became a reliable asset. Congrats again to the 15U Tigers, winners of the 2021 Most Improved Team Award.
Our Coach of the Year award goes to a coach that has success on the field and also demands the best out of his players every day, whether it is in practice or a game. This coach won more than 80+ games coaching 2 of our top teams against some of the best competition in the country this past summer. He led our 11U Cougars to 40+ wins, as well as being recognized by Perfect Game as the 17th ranked team in the country. He has also coached back-to-back Player of the Year award winners within our organization over the past 2 seasons. This speaks volumes as those players developed and excelled under him on our 17U Jaguar squad. Brett does a great job of preparing his players in every way and truly cares about player and team development. I'm proud to announce that our Coach of the Year goes to the coach of our 11U Cougars and 17U Jaguars, Brett Beasley.
Congratulations to the winners of the 2021 Team of the Year Award, 643's 13U Cougars, led by head coach Mike Rookard and assistant coach John Forty. According to their coach, the expectations for the 13 Cougars were set at a high level. The players lived up to every bit of it, finishing the season with a 45-11 record while competing in perfect game events exclusively. The 13U Cougars established a strong presence in the baseball community. With this identity as a top team, a target was always put on their back. The 13U Cougars didn't take this lightly and stood up to each challenge. They won Perfect Game's Backyard Brawl, the 5480 Peach State Showdown, and the 5480 North Atlanta Open, to name just a few of their season highlights. One thing that made this group special was how quickly they gelled together and fought for one another. They brought energy every game, and each player fed off of it every game. They were loud, they were good, they were consistently good all year. Congrats again to the 13U Cougars, winners of the 2021 Team of the Year Award.
The 643 All-Offensive Team is comprised of the best offensive players in our organization from 8U to 18U. These players were spark plugs for their teams and game changers at the plate. The following players have been selected to our 643 All-Offensive Team. Kyle Chatham. Kyle hit leadoff every game for the 16U Tigers and was all around their best offensive player. He hit for power, delivered in clutch situations, and often took extra bases on the base pass. He led the team in multiple categories and had more walks and strikeouts throughout the summer. Parker Lively. Parker was a key contributor to our talented 10U Cougar squad. He has the ability to hit the ball hard to all fields and has excellent speed out of the box and on the base pass. Parker is never an easy out and puts so much pressure on the defense because of his speed and competitive nature. Jake Streeter. Jake is one of the top pure right-handed hitters to ever come through the 643 program. He slows the game down and is never overmatched. Jake always has loud contact and it simply sounds different coming off his bat. Jake is also a very good situational hitter and an above-average bunter. Jake played for our 17U Cougars and recently committed to Kennesaw State University. Joe MONTEMBEAU. Joe is a key factor in our 13U Cougar lineup. He is a clutch hitter that has quality at-bats that mostly result in loud contact and typically end with good results. He has a very advanced approach at the plate and is an above-average base runner. Cal Pearson. In 58 games, Cal hit .393 and had a 1.029 OPS to go along with 10 home runs, 6 triples, 7 doubles, 60 RBIs, and 53 runs. Cal also won the Home Run Derby at the Cal Ripken Experience in Pigeon Forge. Cal was a force at the plate all year for the 11U Cougars. Ryan WIDEMAN. Ryan hit .463 with a 1.112 OPS for the 17U Jaguars. He also went to Hoover with our 17U Cougars and went 6 for 9 with a double, home run, and 7 RBIs, where he was a top 10 offensive performer. Ryan was at his best against the best arms and came up with a lot of big hits throughout the summer. Charlie Condon. Charlie was a spark plug in the 2-hole for the 18U Cougars. In 23 games, Charlie hit .389 with an OPS of 1.332. Charlie hit 6 home runs throughout the summer and is now finding barrels at the University of Georgia. Go Dogs. Cade Keller. Cade had a monster year for the 9U Cougars. Cade had an OPS of 1.449 on the year while also slugging .814. He had 53 hits in 45 games and provided a lot of production in the middle of the Cougars lineup. AIDEN ZAGRYN. AIDEN was a spark plug for the 14U Jaguars the entire year. He led the offense with an aggressive approach and always produced loud contact at the plate. AIDEN hit .432 with 42 RBIs, 57 runs, and 25 stolen bases throughout the summer. Walker KILLIMETT. Walker was a dominant leadoff hitter that set the tone for the 12U Cougars the entire season. He had double digits in doubles, triples, and home runs while also stealing 63 bases. Walker hit .509 and had an OPS of 1.723 throughout the year. Levi Clark. Levi was a very clutch hitter and always had productive at-bats for the 15U Cougars. He had his best performances in the biggest moments on the biggest stage. He hit for power all summer against elite 16U pitchers and did a great job of showing power to all fields. Levi has recently committed to the University of Tennessee.
It's my honor and pleasure to present this year's All-643 defensive team. This is a special group of players that we feel affected every game defensively, whether it was making the routine play or making web gems. Congratulations to the following players for being named to the All-643 defensive team. Brandon TRICHELL with the 16U Tigers is a third baseman that can also play middle infield. He has a very accurate arm with good carry. He has the ability to make every play from all different arm angles. In 115 chances last summer, he only made 3 errors and was a part of 15 double plays. JONAH DUNN with the 8U Jags is a lockdown shortstop who shows great fundamentals in the game, making every routine play. The moment is never too big for JONAH, and it shows when he slows the game down and makes routine plays. GAVIN with the 11U Cougs is a big-time difference maker behind the plate. He is a great receiver and blocker. He had a .98 fielding percentage and threw out 9 base stealers. CARLSON with the 18U Cougars. He has next level reactions to hard hit balls. He has a special gift of making every play look easy. He does a very good job of slowing the game down. Kyle also has the ability to make every throw from all arm angles with carry. WESLEY with the 17U Jags is a lockdown defender at all infield positions. He played mostly shortstop and made only 3 errors last summer. He has soft hands, plus range, and a good arm. WESLEY really throws the ball well on the run. HARKE with the 13U Tigers was playing up a full year and could play shortstop every day when asked. He has an advanced feel for the position, which is benefited by his high baseball IQ. Tools-wise, he has very quick hands and an arm that allows him to make every play. Reed's makeup, instincts, and passion for the game make him exactly what you want in a middle infielder. SHULTZ with the 17U Cougars is a big-time defender. He has the ability to play anywhere on the baseball field, but at shortstop, he covers a lot of ground with good hands and a strong arm. His catch and release is really quick. Taylor has a special gift of making the difficult plays look easy. LEONARD with the 15U Cougars is a very clean defender. At shortstop, he is very sure-handed with an accurate arm. He makes every play consistently. He really values controlling the baseball, which makes him a very good defender. McClendon with the 11U Jaguars. As a catcher, he caught 9 stolen base runners. He saved a lot of runs for his team by blocking and receiving. He also had a knack for picking off base runners with snap throws to any base in any situation. He also provided good depth in the middle infield and outfield. Brantley with the 9U Cougars was a leader and would line up the defense from his catching position. He had a really quick pop time with a strong arm. He was confident in his ability to backpick runners at first and third. He threw out over half of the base stealers trying to run on him. There was not a weekend that coaches didn't compliment Brantley for his catching. LYLES from the 16U Cougars is a big-time athlete that can play anywhere in the outfield. He covers a lot of ground with plus speed and instincts. He has a plus arm that is very accurate, controlling the running game, and is always a threat to throw somebody out.
There were multiple guys across our whole organization in discussion for Pitcher of the Year, but one stood out in the 2021 season. Rowan Park is this year's 643's Pitcher of the Year. In 40.2 innings this summer with the 17 Cougs, Rowan posted an ERA of .172, giving up just 1 earned run all summer. Incredible. In total, he faced 154 batters, which he held to a .131 opposing batting average. Rowan struck out 55 of those batters, while only giving up 18 hits, walking 10, posting a .689 whip. Rowan made appearances out of the pen before establishing himself as the Cougars' go-to starter, showing his versatility on the bump. We had a deal that every 5 scoreless innings he threw, I would owe him a bag of Skittles. Let's just say I should have invested in the big box at Costco. Rowan may not have the biggest fastball right now, but his pitchability is off the charts. He can command his changeup with the best of the best, and that's what truly sets him apart. Rowan had an unbelievable season this summer, all coming after undergoing elbow surgery just the year before. The way he bounced back and completed his long recovery shows a great deal about Rowan as a person and as a competitor. We are incredibly proud of Rowan and all of his success on the mound this year and cannot wait to see what the future holds for him.
Our Player of the Year for 8U to 14U is a special individual and a very talented player. Our Player of the Year simply had video game numbers at the plate. In 65 games leading off for our 12U Cougars, this kid hit .509 with 22 doubles, 10 triples, 19 home runs, and registered a 1.723 OPS. He was a spark plug for the Cougars, where he had 49 stolen bases and is probably one of the strongest and fastest players that I have seen here at 6'4" at the 12U level. This guy also threw a 75-mile-per-hour fastball from 50 feet. This helped him strike out 66 batters in 44 innings while only allowing an opposing batting average of .209. Walker was not only a very talented player, but also a very loyal teammate. When not playing defensively, he would always help out and do whatever was needed to support his fellow teammates. I am proud and very honored to present the 6'4" Player of the Year Award to Walker KILLIMETT of the 12U Cougars.
I am here today to present this year's second Co-Player of the Year Award to one of our top Academy team players. This guy would definitely not have been the preseason favorite to win the 6'4" Player of the Year Award, but he earned it through lots of hard work off the field and his stellar performance on the field. He told me at the end of the fall season, "Coach, when I come back in the summer, I will be 3 inches taller, 25 pounds heavier, and I'm going to be a beast." Little did I know that he would deliver on that promise and even more. When he showed up for his first practice of the summer after his high school team had an unexpected early exit from the playoffs, he was just different from everyone. Not only was he 3 inches taller and 25 pounds heavier, now 6'4", 200 pounds, he had matured tremendously and was now ready to show what he could do on the field. From day one of the summer, he played with an unmatched confidence, hunger, willingness to lead and be coachable, and of course, plenty of swag. It became apparent very quickly that he would be one of the top guys to watch in our organization this summer. This Co-Player of the Year went on to earn 7 Perfect Game All-Tournament Team awards, including the WWBA 17U National Championship, the WWBA 18U National Championship, and the WWBA East National Championship, whereas a fill-in player for the 17U Cougs, in 4 games he went 6 for 9 with 2 doubles, a home run, 7 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. Oh, by the way, he also pitched an inning and 2/3 where he struck out all 5 batters. In the PBR 17U National Championships, he helped lead his 17U Jaguars team on a run to the quarterfinals, in which he pitched 6 1/3 innings in the pool-deciding game with just 1 earned run and 13 strikeouts. As a hitter and a pitcher, his stat line for the year was impressive to say the least. In perfect game events, he hit for a .482 average with an 1156 OPS, 39 RBIs, 27 runs, 20 stolen bases, and 16 extra base hits. In 34 innings pitched, he was 57 strikeouts, allowed just 18 hits, had a .247 ERA with a top fastball of 91 miles an hour. This young man had an electric summer and was so much fun to watch grow on and off the field this year. And it is my honor to present the 2021 6'4" Co-Player of the Year to Mr. Ryan WIDEMAN of our 17U Jaguars.
In 2016, we awarded 643's first Courage Award to a very special and inspiring young man, Carson Roseman. We lost Carson on March 1st, 2017 after a brave battle with inoperable brain cancer. In 2017, we renamed the award after Carson himself. Although Carson is gone, we will not soon forget his passion for the game of baseball and the courage he displayed during his fight. The Carson Roseman Courage Award both honors and remembers the brave life of our favorite number 3. The Carson Roseman Courage Award is a special honor given to an individual that demonstrates great strength in the face of adversity. For his grit, toughness, determination, and courage in the face of adversity, it is our honor to award the 2021 Carson Roseman Courage Award to a special member of the 10U Cougars, AIDEN Mulder. During the spring season, AIDEN began to lose motor skills and use of his muscles. He kept trying to practice but couldn't do anything well. AIDEN was also starting to be in a lot of pain. After several doctor visits, there was no clear diagnosis to explain what was really going on. On a tough day at his house where he could not walk, AIDEN was taken to Children's Scottish Rite Hospital and he was diagnosed with Guillain-Barré syndrome, a condition where the immune system attacks the body's nerves. At this point, AIDEN was really struggling. He could not walk or stand. He could not use his hands. Doctors gave AIDEN immunosuppressant drugs to stop his immune system from attacking his body further. AIDEN spent weeks in the hospital. AIDEN had to partake in physical therapy to learn how to walk, how to use his hands, how to master many motor skills once again. The great news now is that AIDEN is expected to make a full recovery with continued physical therapy and by pushing himself on and off the baseball field. Currently, he is back practicing regularly and competing in fall baseball games. AIDEN's story is unique and filled with struggle. AIDEN's journey is also filled with characteristics of strength, perseverance, and inspiration that surely Carson would endorse for this impressive honor. Congratulations again to AIDEN Mulder, the 2021 recipient of the Carson Roseman Courage Award.
Greetings everyone. I am fortunate and honored to present the recipient of the 2021 Kelly and Mike Price Scholarship. The Kelly and Mike Price Scholarship is an annual merit scholarship that provides a one-time $1,500 award to a 643 DP baseball graduating high school senior. The scholarship seeks to identify that high school senior who has demonstrated a successful and diverse background rooted in high academics, civic and community participation, and athletics. Before I announce our 2021 scholarship recipient, let me share with you some of the accomplishments of this young man. Our 2021 scholarship recipient is a recent graduate of Riverwood International Charter School, where he graduated in the top 5% of the class. He achieved numerous academic awards and recognition, including being a member of the National Honor Society, AP Scholar Award, Spanish Honor Society, UGA Certificate of Merit, Furman Scholar, as well as being an 8-time Principal's Honor Roll among the more significant awards. Our recipient also had an esteemed high school career in athletics, earning 4-year varsity letters in baseball. Further, he previously earned the Defensive Player of the Year award, and during his senior year was named First Team All-Region as well as the team MVP. Finally, this young man has actively participated in several community and civic activities throughout his high school tenure. These activities included the Young Men's Service League, where he served as the leadership chair, several instances of tutoring other students both at the Riverwood Math Center and the Sandy Springs Mission, and was the discussion leader for the confirmation class at Temple Sinai of Atlanta. We've had the opportunity of watching this person grow up in our 643 DP baseball organization, having played on one of our academy teams from the age of 11 through his graduation from high school. Additionally, I have had the pleasure of coaching him in the 2017 Maccabi Games, where our Team Atlanta captured the silver medal. He's currently attending Emory University in Atlanta, pursuing his undergraduate degree, as well as playing baseball. It is certainly my honor to award the 2021 Kelly and Mike Price Scholarship to Josh Katz, member of the 2021 17U Cougars team.
The Mr. 643 Award is given to a player who embodies the best of what 643 represents: talent, baseball skill, intelligence, work ethic, camaraderie, brotherhood, integrity, honesty, and class. Selected by the Academy staff, the Mr. 643 Award is our organization's highest honor that can be bestowed upon a player. Recipients of this award are talented ball players, wonderful teammates, and impressive human beings.
Hi guys, honored to be handing out the Mr. 643 Award in ages 8 through 14 this year. Boy, what a tough decision. Incredible student athletes in front of us all year between ages 8 through 14. Our baseball ops group had many discussions about this. Eventually was able to get it down to 4 kids and then finally landed on it, and not because it was easy. It was just that many incredible young people. What stood out most was just how much this young man truly enjoyed being around his fellow teammates and coaches. Whether it was practice, whether it was games, whether it was him coming in for early work, he was just always enjoying what he was doing. And then with that, it definitely showed. His game just continued to climb, did so many incredible things, helping his team have a finish in the PG rankings of 8th in the country. But it was all the little things that really stood out. You know, defensively became a wizard at first base. Always worked on his defense in the outfield too, and came up huge out there. Offensively, switch hitting for us all year long. Could lay down bunts, was a gap-to-gap guy. His 2-strike approach was so impressive. He just always wanted to make sure that he was at least doing something to move a runner. Just his focus and passion was just always showing big time. What again stood out most was, though, in a game when maybe he didn't have great stats, you would never know it. He just loved being around his teammate, loved helping out in any way, whether he hit 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 5th, or 10th, 11th, 12th, or 13th. You would never know the difference. He just did whatever was asked of him and truly enjoyed being around his teammates. He was also one of those guys that came in for a ton of extra work. And whether it was working with some of our older coaches, some of the other coaches in the same age group, it was just amazing how everybody would always come back and say, man, is he always that happy? Does he really enjoy this game this much? And to a man, we all kept saying, yep, that's who he is. The neat part, too, was also finding out just who he is off the field. Got to see that a lot, how great he is in the classroom, and just everything that kept coming up was, man, this kid is just an amazing student athlete, and we're just so proud to have him here at 643. And Mr. Ethan Pye, you are the winner of the Mr. 643 Award in ages 8 through 14. Congratulations and a job well done.
Mr. 643 for the high school age group goes to a kid that not only is one of the most talented kids in the age group, but also one of the hardest workers. He not only showed leadership on the field with his actions, but also in the dugout with his teammates. He is still always trying to get better, regardless of the fact that he committed to the University of Tennessee as the youngest 15U player in our organization. Levi had a sensational summer where he hit .416 while facing some of the most elite 16U teams and pitchers in the country. He also threw 26 innings while recording 42 strikeouts and a 1.34 whip. Behind the plate, Levi threw out runners while excelling with the 15U Cougars, as well as when he would help out the 14U teams since he was technically only 14 years old. I'm very proud and honored to present Mr. 643 Award to Levi Clark of the 15U Cougars.
For the 8U Cougars, Pitcher of the Year is Colton Kekkonen. Offensive Player of the Year, Grant Shunzik. Defensive Player of the Year, Timmy Dipple. And the Coach's Award goes to Henry Wetzler. For the 8U Jaguars, the Pitcher of the Year is Preston Troughton. Offensive Player of the Year, NJ Major. Defensive Player of the Year, Jonah Dunn. And the Coach's Award goes to Parker Farrow. For the 9U Cougars, Pitcher of the Year, Jack Bowman. Offensive Player of the Year, Cade Keller. Defensive Player of the Year, Brantley Roper. And the Coach's Award to Everett Holloman. 9U Jaguars, Pitcher of the Year is Whitten Percy. Offensive Player of the Year is KJ Nelson. Defensive Player of the Year is Devon Clay. Coach's Award goes to Hudson Burgess. The 10U Cougars, the Pitcher of the Year, Ethan Pye. Offensive Player of the Year, Luke Ross. Defensive Player of the Year, George Moore. And the Coaches Award goes to Mason Bennett. For the 10U Jaguars, the Pitcher of the Year is Andrew Nelson. Offensive Player of the Year, Jacob Jansen. Defensive Player of the Year, Hampton Lewis. And the Coaches Award goes to Andrew Nelson. For the 10U Tigers, the Pitcher of the Year, Mario Esparza. Offensive Player of the Year, Caden Parks. Defensive Player of the Year, William Allison. Coaches Award goes to Fisher Brantley. For the 11U Cougars, the Pitcher of the Year, Bryce Floyd. Offensive Player of the Year, Cal Pearson. Defensive Player of the Year, Gavin Boykin. And the Coaches Award goes to Finn McWade. For the 11U Jaguars, the Pitcher of the Year, Oliver Spaulding. Offensive Player of the Year, John Cook. Defensive Player of the Year, Luke McClendon. Coaches Award goes to Keegan Warren. For the 12U Cougars, Pitcher of the Year, John Walker Brown. Offensive Player of the Year, Walker KILLIMETT. Defensive Player of the Year, Evan Brand. And the Coaches Award goes to Hudson Chatham. 12U Jaguars, Pitcher of the Year, AJ Brooks. Offensive Player of the Year, Aaron Best. Defensive Player of the Year, Luke Donaldson. And the Coaches Award, Thomas Byrne. 12U Tigers, Pitcher of the Year, Jackson Bell. Offensive Player of the Year, Patrick McCauley. Defensive Player of the Year, Hayes Stevens. The Coaches Award goes to Eli Hewitt. For the 13U Cougars, Pitcher of the Year, Gabriel Hester. Offensive Player of the Year, Joe Monroe. Defensive Player of the Year, Will Forty. Coaches Award goes to Colby Martin. 13U Jaguars, Pitcher of the Year, Luke Roma. Offensive Player of the Year, John Durden. Defensive Player of the Year, Harrison Brantley. And the Coaches Award goes to Ben Hill. 13U Tigers, Pitcher of the Year, Cal McBurney. Offensive Player of the Year, Coleman Eldridge. Defensive Player of the Year, Griffin Brogan. And the Coaches Award goes to Luke Hudson. 14U Cougars, Pitcher of the Year, Jackson Rose. Offensive Player of the Year, Duncan McLam. Defensive Player of the Year, Wesley Ingham. Coaches Award, Tucker Martin. 14U Jaguars, Pitcher of the Year, Giselle Sato. Offensive Player of the Year, Aiden Zagryn. Defensive Player of the Year, Carson Vick. And the Coaches Award, Cole Williams. 14U Tigers, Pitcher of the Year, Sam Rosenthal. Offensive Player of the Year, Bryce Chapin. Defensive Player of the Year, Cooper Kazdia. And the Coaches Award, Fuller Moorish. 15U Cougars, Pitcher of the Year, Caden Tuck. Offensive Player of the Year, Levi Clark. Defensive Player of the Year, Hudson Kazdia. And the Coaches Award, Danny Mullen. 15U Jaguars, Pitcher of the Year, Eli Hardage. Offensive Player of the Year, Bill Rubenstein. Defensive Player of the Year, Anderson Dedrick. Coaches Award, Colin Hammond. 15U Tigers, Pitcher of the Year, Griffin Ginther. Offensive Player of the Year, Logan Kimbrell. Defensive Player of the Year, Pierce Juhan. The Coaches Award, Wyatt Sonderman. For the 15U Panthers, Pitcher of the Year, Theo Angel. Offensive Player of the Year, Nick Thompson. Defensive Player of the Year, Jack Myers. And the Coaches Award goes to Brian Stevens. 16U Cougars, Pitcher of the Year, Braden May. Offensive Player of the Year, Jacob Tolson. Defensive Player of the Year, Daniel Jackson. The Coaches Award goes to Kent Collier. 16U Jaguars, Pitcher of the Year, Dylan Reed. Offensive Player of the Year, Bailey Stroud. Defensive Player of the Year, Harrison Ratner. And the Coaches Award goes to Gavin Rupert. For the 16U Tigers, Pitcher of the Year, Sims DeLong. Offensive Player of the Year, Colin Stravinskas. Defensive Player of the Year, Jacob Lawson. The Coaches Award goes to Max Morey. For the 17U Cougars, the Pitcher of the Year, Reese Robertson. Offensive Player of the Year, Jake Streeter. Defensive Player of the Year, Taylor Schultz. And the Coaches Award goes to Will Mahoney. For the 17U Jaguars, the Pitcher of the Year, Colt McKibben. Offensive Player of the Year, Gabe Worth. Defensive Player of the Year, Wesley Rodriguez. The Coaches Award goes to Ryan White. For the 17U Tigers, Pitcher of the Year, Isaac Coronado. Offensive Player of the Year, Drew Jabley. Defensive Player of the Year, Michael Lynch. And the Coaches Award goes to Grayson O'Berry. The 18U Cougars, Pitcher of the Year, Henry Collins. Offensive Player of the Year, Jack Herring. Defensive Player of the Year, Riley Frost. And the Coaches Award goes to Ben Medley.
Shining a bright light on the stories, talents, and accomplishments of our impressive student athletes makes this a wonderful event for the 643 family. Thank you for tuning in to watch. To the 643 players, both past and present, the parents, family members, and coaches, thank you for making the 2021 season successful, despite the lingering public health concerns. And thank you for your individual contributions that help make 643 an extraordinary organization. On behalf of the entire 643 staff and board of directors for the 643 Foundation, I wish you continued good health, a happy and meaningful holiday season, and a great baseball season next year.